Hi, welcome back to Let's Learn Java with Segfault. And today we're going to, I think, have a little bit of fun since we had to go through a little bit of a boring part. And the next section after this I want to teach is going to be a little difficult. So I thought we'll figure we'll have some fun first. And we're going to use what we've learned so far to write a little program. And we're going to use some loops and a string and an integer. And we're just going to have some fun. And this is actually not, this program is kind of based on a program I saw written by somebody, so it's not an original idea, but I thought you might be going to have some fun with it. Maybe we'll add a few things and see what happens. Okay, so first, the idea here is to write a program that uses loops, strings, and integers to display something. And I was thinking that what better than the 99 Bottles of Beer song that everyone knows, right? So we'd need a way to store the number of beers that are being used at any one time. Then we'd need the words to the song. And then we'd need a loop to constantly use those variables. And I think the good part about this program too is it will allow us to see how using one or two variables you can get a lot of use out of those one or two variables. And I think it'll be more clear as we go from here. So we're going to need an integer to store the number of beers, right? Or we could say root beers, right? I don't drink beer, so root beers, we'll do that. So integer beer num equals 99, right? So 99 bottles of beer. And then, let's see. We know that the song has at one point one beer and then also multiple beers. So you would need a plural form of the word beer bottles and then a non-plural form. But there's actually a way to avoid this, and I want to show you how to do that. So we're going to just use the plural form for the moment. So string word equals bottles. Okay. Now we have those two, so we need to do our loop. So we're going to use, instead of the for loop, we're going to use a while loop. And I'll show you why in a minute. So while beer num is less than 0, because we don't need that. Okay, let's see. And then, okay. So if you start out with the program and it becomes not plural, you need a way to display that. So we'll say if beer num is equal to 1, then word is equal to bottle. Semicolon to end your statement, right? Oh, I said work, didn't I? Word. Alright. Okay, so we're going to need some system statements. System.out.print line, right? We use the line, so it goes to the next line. And we're probably going to need more than one of these, so I'm going to just copy. So if I really, one thing in Java I don't like is typing out the system printout line. And so I'm going to just copy that in case. Let's see. Okay, so one thing Java does is Java will cast, what's called cast, variables into different variables if needed, like the system print line. If you are going to do beer num, it will cast that as a character of, or a string of whatever number that is. So you can actually print out numbers. It'll do the work for you. So let's say like 99 bottles, right? So you need 99, you need a space, right? Plus word, 99 bottles. Beer on the wall. Okay, print line, that should 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Sorry, to memorize this real quick. Okay. I can paste this here. 99 bottles of beer Right. Okay. Okay. So do this. Oh. You take one down. Oh, actually, we'll do this. Take one down. Okay. Pass it around, and then we'll decrement the beer number. Beer num minus minus. Or if you wanted to, you could actually do beer num equals beer num minus 1. Either way works. This would be an assignment operator, like we talked about earlier. And then this is a decrement operator. I think the decrement looks better myself, but either one works. And here is where, let's see here. Okay, yeah. Okay, since it's less than 0, it will iterate on the last one. And so you'd after you subtract the number of beers, you'd want there to be a sentence that says like no more beers, and then the program would end, right? So we need an if-else statement. I'll just build it real quick because it's just easier. If else. There we go. Let's put a statement in here. If beer num is less than 0, or greater than 0, excuse me, then we do the system print line. I think we could actually just balls of beer. We can actually just take this here and put that in here. Oops. Do that, and then we can do this here. Alright, and then so if there's no more, then we can just say no more balls of beer on the wall. No more bottles of beer on the wall. Now you're saying, you might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, why doesn't he just use the word for here? Well, the problem is if it's less than beer numbers equal to 1, it changes it to bottle. So if I use the word, this is a permanent assignment, it's an assignment operator. So when beer number gets to 1, this word up here will be changed to bottle permanently. So it won't work for the last sentence. It's not grammatically correct. So you have to actually put this in there. But you could, assign this again to bottles, or you could say, if you could use 2 print statements, and then if beer number 1, you could put print bottle. But I feel like this is just more simplistic, it's just better coding. Anyway, so let's give it a shot, see how it goes. So Control S saves, or you could always do the file save if you wanted to. All right. Okay, and then Control F11, or if you wanted to run, see Control F11 right there. So Control F11, see what it does. And it runs it. So let's take a look. Okay, so you see up here, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. And then actually, what you could do here, you could actually put a new line statement that would separate these two. Maybe we should do that, actually, just to make it look a little nicer. How you do that is there's 2 ways you can do that. You can do system.out.print. You could do this. You could just say, Eclipse, you'll notice, will kind of fill things in for you. If you're using a different editor like Emacs or something, it doesn't fill things in. I just like Eclipse better. You can actually do 2 things here. You can do what's called a new line operator, and that will just print a new line. Or you could just do an empty print statement and do line like that, and then do the same thing. They're the same. And the difference is sometimes you want to have multiple new lines in a statement, so you do one print and then multiple new lines like here or here, and then you could just have one statement that would do multiple lines, if that makes sense. And actually, if you wanted to, you could do all this in one line if you wanted to, and just have new line statements. That is something we could do. But let's see what it looks like now. It looks a little better. So there's that. Let's see here. And yep, there it goes. It separates them. You'll see the separation every time. Cool. Well, that's that. It's our first program, and hope you enjoyed this video. Kind of get to use some of the things you've learned to make a little simple program. It's kind of fun. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. And once again, this is SegFault. Thank you.